Hello, we are looking at love blocks for the sign of Taurus. And so we would like to know, like, what are the blocks keeping Taurus from deeper love? Okay? What are the blocks keeping Taurus from deeper love? What are the blocks keeping Taurus from deeper love? Page of Wands, Ace of Cups. What are the blocks keeping Taurus from deeper love? From deeper love. Yeah, okay, so some things coming through. One of them being the seriousness. Like, I feel like one of the blocks keeping Taurus from a deeper love is sometimes I feel like Taurus can be a little bit too serious, okay? So the Page of Wands, in this particular deck, it just always brings up this feeling of just having fun. It's just like this release of all inhibition and, just pure, like, have a good time. And Taurus definitely can have a good time, but I also feel like Taurus sometimes gets too serious about things. And so, what's really coming through right now as far as, like, a block that is keeping you from deeper love is really about, not, I don't want to say the inability to view love from a very fun and playful perspective, but that's what is needed more. So I feel like for Taurus, it's really needed more. You really need to view love, from this context of fun, playfulness, have a good time, enjoy it, and kind of leave out the seriousness, or like leave out a lot of the seriousness. Like, that doesn't mean like enter into love and be an absolute fool, right? And just, have nothing serious going on. But like it's saying don't get too focused on commitment, attachment, just all of the things that are kind of like more intense emotions or intense feelings that kind of come through in relationships for you. Because I'm also kind of feeling like this Judgment card is, it's definitely saying release, right? So here we have this woman here, and her like inner self is just like lifting up out of her body, and I kind of see her as like a ballerina dancing, right? And so she's released, like, the heaviness of what it means sometimes to be a Taurus. A Taurus can be very heavy because they're so grounded. They're so like earth. There's so much earth energy there that they sometimes are very, very heavy. So when it comes to relationships, right? When it comes to relationships in the sense of like romantic partners and really looking for, deep love, I feel because Tauruses are so passionate when it comes to love, I feel like it's really important to kind of like ease up on that a little bit and really just take more of a playful approach. And I really feel that for you, this will deepen your connections in a way that you otherwise almost try to force. So really, it's like, you don't need to jump into discussions about commitment, or you don't need to really just like be immediately attached. Like allow those things to like really come forward naturally, because I feel like there's a tendency for you to push those things. And when you do this, it's like you create this seriousness around the relationship where it can kind of lose some of its appeal, because it's not so fun anymore. It's not so light. It's just it's more heavy, you know? So yeah, so I really do feel like sometimes I also do feel this element of there's a lot of like, I feel like you love love, and because you love love so much, you have these ideas around what it, you know, should look like or feel like or be like. And when it doesn't always live up to those very high standards that you have, which include all of the, you know, the heaviness and the expectation that you put on it, you know, it's really, it becomes difficult, becomes challenging, it becomes like a burden for you. And so, you know, I just really feel deeply that for you, it's really important, again, to not like be mindful of the attachments that you're creating, be mindful of the expectations that you're setting for love or for the other person. And find yourself more in this just like really playful space, okay? Because the Ace of Cups really is an opportunity for a deep healing type of love. You know, it's very healing, it's very unconditional, and so it doesn't have all of this heaviness attached to it. You know, it's very light. Ace of Cups is really a card of self-love too, right? So I would say that the other thing coming forward here for you, you know, as a block to really deepening love is like really practicing this unconditional love for yourself, right? So loving yourself through all the ugliness is not just a beautiful thing for you to be, to help you to be in a lighter space, but it's a really beautiful thing for the other person too, right? To really see that not only can you love them when they are ugly, but that you can, you know, love yourself through times of ugliness, right? Because the way you love yourself is absolutely a reflection of how you love others, okay? So it is, you know, so coming back to kind of like putting it all together, right, is just releasing the heaviness. Yeah, I feel like the block to you gaining deeper love is creating a lot of heaviness around relationships, and heaviness in the sense of expectations, of attachment, of rules, or you know, burdens. It's also sometimes I feel like you might have a tendency to take things on that you don't need to take on in relationships, and this can kind of create you know, burden for you, right? And again, it just takes you away from the light playfulness that really is going to help you to sink deeper into more meaningful connection with your partner. Okay, and this is really, the Five of Wands is really just saying that as well. It's like this heaviness, right, around expectation, attachment, things like that, that you carry in the relationship. It leads to, you know, these petty conflicts that are really not worth your time or energy, and they really serve to kind of again just place heavier burden on the relationship. If you have to deal with multiple petty conflicts, you know, that kind of will add up over time. And so I feel like the Page of Wands is actually almost like the opposite of the Five of Wands, right? This is, the Five of Wands is like petty conflict. It's giving attention to these petty conflicts. When the Page of Wands is an energy of like, in this particular deck anyway, of being able to just let those things roll off your shoulder. You don't need to carry them, because when you carry them, they become a burden, right? So just let it roll off your shoulder and just you know, kind of sink into the lightness and the playfulness of your relationship. And that's really going to help strengthen your bond and your connection with your partner. Okay? Alrighty. Good luck and love you lots. Aloha.